Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, fellow seniors, graduation is not a sad occasion. It is not something to cry and get hysterical about. Granted, there is a possibility, in fact a high probability, that we will never see each other again. But that's not so bad, is it? I mean, when I think of some of the jerks sitting over here. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. I do love most of you. We've been together for 4 years now, and it's hard not to form close ties among us. You see, this is not, in case you didn't notice, one of those crowded state schools with 50,000 students and professors breathing down each other's necks and still never getting to know one another. We are a comfortable community, living space for everyone, and just so many people in your class that after 4 years everyone becomes more or less a member of your family. Maybe I'm exaggerating a little, but I do believe we get along fine here. We had some memorable times. I will never forget the late night study sessions we had together, the research papers we did, the late registration fees we paid, the weekend hikes in the Adirondacks, the day we fell out of our canoe, Steinman Festival, the Oktoberfest, the time we went night skiing on Medill Hall and broke our ankles. We went through all that. It's hard to believe. And look where it got us. Sitting around with a bunch of funny hats on. You look so cute, I can't help it. Well, you're big kids now. You're ready to face the world. When I look around me, I see adults. That's because there happen to be a lot of parents here today. Are you guys let me no, I mean you guys. You're not freshmen anymore. You have brains now. We don't drop our trays in the dining halls anymore. We don't lock ourselves out of our rooms. We don't drink our beer from a big plastic container that says New York Yankees. We like men. Well, what can I say to you that you haven't learned already? You've been through one of the finest liberal arts programs this side of Brockville. And you're prepared to tackle anything. You don't just have your heads full of numbers and dates and formulas. The difference between you and the students from Clarkson University is that you are a human being. You don't just build bridges and dig tunnels all your lives and then die. You actually cross these bridges and go through these tunnels and then die. All right. If, for example, an apple falls in your head, you're not just going to start talking about the law of gravity as it applies to what happens while predicting that the next apple will fall in exactly the same way. You're also going to get out of the way. And then you're probably going to eat the damn apple eventually, if you're hungry. You have a richer awareness of the world and a deeper appreciation of the things that are happening around you. And if you don't, you can keep sitting with your hand out. So what else can I suggest to you? No doubt you are at this point all aware of the 3 ingredients of success in life. Get a big house, get a big spouse, and get a jacuzzi, maybe. No, of course not. That's ridiculous. What you really have to do is try to get a job. Yes, try hard to get a job. And use the judgment you've gained to play the role you feel is for you. Make yourself happy. I'm not sure how you're going to do it. Some of you have some pretty strange ideas, like working with bad publications. I hope our chief guest doesn't take offense at that. Or tying yourself to a bedpost. Personally, I wouldn't recommend most of these options. But as I said, you're not kids anymore. As my grandmother used to say to me. Wait, was it my grandmother? I think it was my Uncle Paul. Yes, it was. Well, he used to say to me, and I quote, he said, "My boy, once you've got your diploma, you've got nothing to worry about." End quote. You know my Uncle Paul. You've all seen him on late night. He's the one who tells Dave what to do. Maybe you can all be like him one day. Well, that's probably true what he said, but don't be too casual about it. It's very easy to put your feet up and say, "Hey, Ralph's Uncle Paul said I've got nothing to worry about because I've got my diploma to bring out the wine and wherever else goes with it." But you mustn't do that, okay? Don't do it. Don't eventually. You still have to take that final step. I don't want to preach about career, maybe, not now. Now, you have to use what you've learned. Show what you've acquired. You have to go out into the world as members of the class of '89, which, incidentally, is the best class they've ever had in this place. There never was a class. Well, I'm trying to create a positive atmosphere. Yeah, there never was a class like ours, and there never, ever will be another. Not in this place, not in any other. And if, let's just say, there ever should happen to be another class like ours, we'll kill them. Because we are the only class of 1989, St. Lawrence University. And you guys